Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Parasha Pointers, where we delve into the weekly Parasha and look for guidance in how we could raise ourselves and of course raise our children, parenting tips. In the Pasuk, when the spies were going into the land of Israel and they looked around and they brought back their report, one of the things that they reported about was the Nephilim, these giants that they saw, these giant people. And they brought back how they were so small in comparison to these huge giants. And the Pasuk says, "And we looked like grasshoppers to ourselves, and so we must have looked to them." Very odd way of bringing out this point. They could have just said, "We looked like grasshoppers to them." Why does the Pasuk start and have the fact that we look like grasshoppers to ourselves? So many commentators talk about this. And I heard this attributed to the Kotzker Rabbi. The fact that they looked at themselves as being like grasshoppers caused them to project that view onto those who saw them. They lacked self-confidence. They lacked a feeling of self-worth. They looked at themselves as grasshoppers, and if you look at yourself that way, that's how you're going to be perceived in the world. So it's very important that we understand how dangerous it is for our children not to feel good about themselves and not to have confidence in themselves. Because as we see over here, because of that, they said, we can't do it. We can't go into the land. And they brought back a report that said, listen, Hashem's not going to help us. It just can't happen. Because when we don't feel good about ourselves, when we don't have the confidence to succeed, how can I even lift other people? That's for sure not going to happen. So it's very important for us to build up in our children feelings of self-confidence. The question is, how do we do that? I saw a beautiful Gemara this week. It's in Masechet Berachot. And it talks over there, different rabbis, when they used to leave at the end of the learning session, or the Zman, as they call it, they would say certain things to each other as like a farewell. And one of the things that one of the rabbis said was that your world you should see in your lifetime. And I was zochet to have a little bit of a chidush thinking about it, because the pashut way of understanding it, the normal way to learn it, is that all your needs, as the Rashi over there explains, all your physical needs in this world should come to you in this world so that you could earn olam haba, the next world. But I was thinking like this. We know that the word for world is olam, which also means ne'elam, to be hidden. Because really, Hashem is hidden behind the scenes running this world. If a person wants to totally ignore it, he can, right? But you look at like the tree behind me, right? Hashem is hidden because who's keeping that tree up and who's allowing that tree to grow? That's Hashem. But he's hidden. You got to find Hashem in the world. He's everywhere once you look. However, we could also explain like this. Olamcha, meaning your world, but also olamcha, what's hidden within you, you should find in your lifetime. Because there's nothing more devastating than to see a person with so many talents and so much to give, but he doesn't ever realize the potential that's within him. So perhaps that's what the rabbis were saying. What's hidden within you, you should be zocheh to find in your lifetime. And that's what this is all about. Without the confidence and a feeling of self-worth, a person won't find all that's within him. Psychologists, they have many, many ways and many, many methods of how you could help build confidence in your child. One of them, by the way, is taking away the fear of failure. I know myself personally, I shake if I have to read from the Torah because I'm so worried about making a mistake and then getting screamed at. But if you build up the ability for a person to go up there and say, if I make a mistake, okay, I make a mistake, I do the best I can. You work past that, and failure becomes a step to your ultimate success. But fear of failure could stifle the growth of somebody. It could stop someone from going to the next level. So one of the ways you build self-confidence is telling people it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay. We make mistakes, but it helps us to finally get to our final successful place that we're looking for. So take away the fear of failure is a very important thing to allow for self-confidence, because it allows a person to grow. Another very important part is real accomplishment. I just spoke to a young man, and he wanted a car, and he wanted his parents to, and I said, look, why don't you just work or get a job, not full-time, keep yourself doing what you're doing, but if you want something, work for it. And he opened up a small business, and he started to make money, and he bought a car. He is so excited, and it means so much to him because he earned it. He starts to feel good about himself. You know what? I did this. This is great. Wow, Hashem helped me, and wow, there's self-confidence. So when it comes to the next item that he wants to try, he says, listen, if I did that, I could do it again. It becomes addictive. I could accomplish, I could achieve things in this world. By the way, that's the way Hashem runs the world with us. That's how he runs our lives. We could just have everything. Here's your olam haba, here's everything. But we have to work for things, right? Everything's in the hand of heaven except for the fear of heaven. If we want to earn olam haba, we got to work it. We got to do mitzvot. We have to do good things, good deeds. We got to work it. But you know what? After 120, you get to your place in olam haba. Hashem's giving us a gift. You earned it. The greatest gift is not to just give something to somebody, but let him feel it as if he earned it. And that's how Hashem runs the world. We got to do the same thing with our children. However, the biggest reason and the biggest way to create self-confidence is not found in any psychology book. It's like this. When a person understands that we all have a piece of Hashem in us, we have a spark of the divine within our souls, we could do anything because we're latching on to something so big. When our children understand that, they're like, wow, I'm ready to go. I can do anything. I have Hashem in me. I have a piece of Hashem. And that's big. And that's huge. And that creates confidence. Because you actually have someone holding your hand, the greatest one, the greatest partner, Hashem himself. In fact, by the way, that's how we start our day every day. Modeh ani lefanecha melech hay v'kayam shehezat darbi nishmati b'chemla rabba emunatecha. B'chemla rabba emunatecha. Great is your faith in me. Great is your faith in me. I thought it was supposed to be my faith in you, Hashem. Isn't modeh ani about us having faith in God? The answer is no. When we wake up in the morning and we say, I'm grateful to you, Hashem, for restoring my soul this morning. Abundant is your faithfulness. That means you believe in me. Hashem believes in us. If we got another day, then Hashem believes in us. And if our children understand that, wow, Hashem gave you another day, he thinks you can accomplish great things today. If he thinks that, well, I better think that also. And that's what we have to give our children, that ability. Let's not see children who have so much to give and they're stuck and they can't get out and they can't be all they could be. Let's see all our children reach their potential and Be'ezat Hashem bring Nahat to us and all of Klal Yisrael. Amen.